Hi everyone, it's Killshot 99 Gaming. This is Playdead Live, the 2025 Pet Battle Grand Championship. This is what you play from January all the way through. Quick question. How many players out there played in every event from January to December? Quick show of hands. If you played every single event, January, February, March, April, all the way through to the end of the year to get those all-important standings. Julia did. Julia's ranked pretty high. Who else? Anybody else not miss a single? Valar. They happen to be the number 1 and number 2 players. The Cardinal ranked number 3. So being here and win those championships makes a big, big difference in your standings. So you guys can see this is what happened throughout the last year. I'm not going to go back through 2 years of history. In January, we'll start our 4th year of Pet Battles, our 4th year. A couple minor changes coming in. I'll talk about those at the holiday event. But right down there at the bottom where it says 2025 Grand Champion, that is who we are going to crown tonight. Tonight is single elimination. It will go super fast. I'm sorry, you lose, you are out. You are eliminated. But look, this is what it's all about tonight. The winner, 500,000 dead dimes. Gavel's Globe and your pick of any one of those pets over on the left side. If you have them all, oh, you can still get one. You can give one to your buddy. So, you got a chance to get that, but look, 500,000 dead dimes and a Gavel's Globe is huge. But more importantly, it's a Grand Champion, and we don't do a lot of Grand Championships. It's in December. Right now, the only Grand Championship we've done is the Ship Strike, and that's all the members from Jet. So you'll see a death drop. In the future, you'll see a Ropes Roulette Grand Championship. We've got Thursday night Fish Fights Grand Championship. So this is just a little bit extra, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So let me take you down to the map, and we're going to get this thing started. Because this is the bracket. And you can see we've got our top 5 players are waiting. The other 6 players are doing what is called play-in matches. If they win, the winner between Pope and Busy will play Valar. The winner between the Shaman and Animal will play Julia. The winner between Kel and Trigger will play the Cardinal. We already know that Fly Rod and Dimes are going to be playing each other. All right. Well, let's get down to business. Sheila and Animal, give me 999s right now. If you thought the nerves were real before, how about these two? They have to go first. All right. As a reminder, make sure you are refreshing when you're not playing. If your game lags for any reason, I will disqualify you. Okay? So you want to make sure that when I do that 20-second timer and I say 1, 2, 3, post your move shows up. You don't want to get disqualified. All right, here we go. Really quickly, and I will let you know in each one of these matches who is the higher rated player as we go through as well, because we do have seedings and standings coming into this match. So in this particular match, the Shaman, slightly higher rated than the Animal. All right, Animal, pick your pet first. And in these championships, if you've got Socks, if you've got Dash, I mean all of those other pets, Burglar, You got to use them at the right time. Those are single-use pets. All right, animal going with Sprout. Shaman. Pick your pet. Going with Shiver. Shiver does have a first turn pet advantage. Here we go. 20-second timer starts right now. Man, oh man, are the nerves real? They are thinking, what's the other person going to do? What's my best move? Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. All right, we got Shaman with a bite to the neck. We got the animal with a kick to the neck. Animal using the paste. Neither player blocked. Animal, however, did go with a double defense of the same area. So, Shaman gets the win. You can't defend the same area twice. Animal burns the paste. But Animal defended the neck and defended the neck, which is an illegal move. Your number 4 and 5 numbers cannot be the same. All right. Round number 2. 20-second timer starts right now. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Push your moves. All right, we got Shaman stealing the animal plays pet juice. Shaman going to buff steal it. We got Shaman going with a claw to the ankle. Animal going with the punch to the neck. Shaman blocks the punch. Shaman gets the win. All right, congratulations to the Shaman. Welcome. What's up, Gina? Good to see you. Rocket in the house. Showing up for a little Pet Battle Pro Tour. Animal, good season, buddy. Great event. There's always next year. But appreciate you showing up, representing. Shaman, moving on to the next round. Animal, going to hang out and watch for a little bit. All right, we got the Pope and Busy Bee. Pope and Busy Bee. Give me triple nines. All right. Pope was slightly higher rated than Busy. So, he is the favorite. Pope, pick your pet first. Pope going with Larson. All right, Busy. Busy going with Splash, and she does have a pet advantage. Splash trumps Larson. Congratulations on that, Busy. Good pick there. But actually, you know what? We got to flip-flop this. Sorry, Busy. Pope has the advantage. So, Busy, I got to have you pick your pet first. Sorry. Pope is the favorite. So let's flip that around. All right, Busy going with Larson. All right, Pope, pick your pet. Might make it a little easier now, right? All right, Larson versus Larson. There is no pet advantage either way. Here we go. 20-second timer to think about your move. Timer is up. 1, 2, 3. Post your moves. Pope breaking out the pace. Busy, no pace. Pope going with a punch. Number 2 to 3. So punch to the belly. Busy does not block the punch. Does not guard the belly. Over on the other side, Busy with a claw to the ankle. Pope does not block it. Does not defend. But he did play the pace. Pope gets the win, 1-0. Pope 1 win away from eliminating Busy. Busy, you got to come back strong right here, right now. 20-second timer starts. Will Busy tie it up, or will Busy be the next to fall in the Grand Championship event? Timer is up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. All right, we got Pope going with the punch to the belly again. Busy going with a kick to the head. Pope blocks the kick. Pope gets the win. He went with belly punch back to back. Busy, he pulled a little trickeration there. That was pretty sneaky. But that's what you got to do sometimes. Sometimes you got to mix it up. That's what makes Pope a force. He's very, very unpredictable. He's one of the most unpredictable players, which is funny because you'd think back-to-back moves, he's predictably unpredictable, maybe? Either way, we just eliminated another superstar from the event. Busy with the 10th place finish. Pope is going to await all the other players, and he's going to get a shot at Villar. All right, final qualifying match. How about Kel? How about Trigger? They played before. Kel and Trigger, give me triple nines. Kel is the favorite, slight favorite. That means Trigger will pick her pet first. And after this match, we will be down to 8 players. Where is Kel? I didn't see a triple nine. Kel, where are you? All right, Larson versus Splash. That means Kel does have a pet advantage. Trigger playing Larson. Kel playing Splash. First turn pet advantage. All right. 20-second timer starts right now. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Push your move. We got Kel going with a kick to the head. Not blocked. Trigger, bite to the neck. Not blocked. Trigger did not defend the head area. Kel did not defend the neck area. But they're both maximum attacks, and Kel had a first turn pet advantage. Kel, any buff would have gotten it done there. All right. But the pet advantage came through. Kel 1, Trigger 0. Let's go to round number 2, 20-second timer. Timer is up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. Can Trigger come back, or will Kel advance to the final 8? Kel with the pet juice. Trigger with the pet juice. Both with the same attack. Both with the same defense. But Trigger defends 50% of the feet area. They both went claw to the feet. Trigger with the defense. Trigger with the win. Both burning their pet juice. And just like that, we're tied. Who wants it more? I mean, they played. You know, there's a lot of knowledge, there's a lot of notes, there's a lot of instinct that goes into this. But now we're down to 20 seconds. Timer starts now. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. Kel breaking out the pace. Trigger steals it with the buff steal. We've got Trigger punch to the head. It is not blocked. I'm sorry, kick to the head. Not blocked, not defended. All of it gets through. Kel with a claw. I'm sorry, bite to the neck. Not blocked, but 50% defended. Trigger gets the win. She stole Kel's buff with the buff steal, and then she got another 50% defense. Kel is eliminated. The dreams of a grand championship have ended. But there's always next year. 12 months to get here. 2 minutes to leave. That's what it's all about. Congratulations to Trigger, rounding out our final 8. And then there were 8. Single elimination for a grand championship pet battles. Take a look at the brackets. We've got some great matchups, right? Look at these matchups. We're going to have Valar and the Pope. Julia, and I got to tell you, Shaman is her Achilles heel. Julia can mow through a lot of people, but there's something about Shaman that gives Julia a hard time. We got Kel. I'm sorry, I put the wrong person there. We got Trigger and the Cardinal. Trigger and the Cardinal. Another epic battle. How awesome is that? And then we got Flyrod and Dimes. Flyrod just had a birthday. Just celebrated his birthday Saturday night. with a death drop championship. Fly Rod, how cool would it be to win a grand championship? You win one championship for your birthday, then you have your birthday, then you win I mean, look, so many cool things can happen. But standing in your way is Deadly Dimes. And that is our segue. Fly Rod and Dimes, give me triple nines. You are next to play. The winner goes to the Final Four. Losers out. We only pay one person for grand. There's one winner in the grand champion. There's no second. There's no third. There's no fourth. It is one winner. All right, here we go. Fly Rod. Pick your pet versus the person that has every pet. Fly Rod says, I'm going to bring out Chime. Dimes. But Chime rhymes with Dimes, so that maybe that's a good luck omen. Dimes going with Sprout. She does have a first turn pet advantage. So here we go. 20-second timer starts right now. Chance to go to the Final Four. Timer is up. 1, 2, 3. Post those moves. We got Dimes with a punch to the belly. Fly Rod blocking the belly punch. Oh my goodness. Wait. Sorry. I got it backwards. Fly Rod with a punch to the belly. Dimes blocking the belly punch. And Dimes using the pet juice as well and the pet advantage. So Dimes with the block, Fly Rod. Dimes with the first round win. She saw the punch coming. All right. Fly Rod still has his buffs. Dimes does too. But Dimes with a 1-0 advantage. So can Fly come back? Or will Dimes finish the job? 20-second timer. Timer is up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. Can Fly come back or will Dimes be moving on? Fly Rod stealing the buff. Dimes says, I'll steal the buff. There's no buff to steal. Fly Rod going with a bite to the neck. Dimes did not block it, but she 50% defended it. Dimes would have kicked it ahead. Not blocked, not defended. Deadly Dimes are defending 2024 Grand Champion, gets the win and eliminates the champ. But we will see Fly Rod for the Death Drop Grand Championship this Saturday night. That doesn't ease the pain of tonight, I understand. Everybody wants to win, but Deadly Dimes is a tough opponent. Our Grand Champions, year number 1 was Cat. Last year was Deadly Dimes. Who's it going to be this year? Dimes says, pick me. Dimes moving on. Fly Rod finishing number 8. All right, our next match is going to be Trigger in the Cardinal. Before I do that, I just want to remind everybody, tonight's brought to you by PlayDeadLive.com. You can go Kills Game. You can go Phantom Fishing. You can play live PvE. Or brand new game coming out in 2026 called Farm Fights. It's the first-person zombie shooter, everybody. So we're going to have a lot of fun for 2026. But if you like interactive games, turn-based game, whether it's faction wars or whether it's pet battles, Rope Roulette comes out next Saturday night. Death Drop Grand Championship. We will crown another grand champion next Saturday night. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Trigger and Cardinal. Give me triple nines, Trigger and Cardinal. All right, Cardinal is the higher rated player. Pretty amazing season for the Cardinal. Finished at number 3. Trigger, you have to pick first. Trigger going with Chime. Cardinal, pick your pet. Cardinal with Sprout. Look at that. He pulled the magic. He's got a pet advantage over Trigger. She went with Chime, and he pulled out the Sprout. Always got to check your pet inventory. 20-second timer starts right now. Will that pet advantage give him a nice boost? A lot on the line here. Timer is up. 1, 2, 3. Post your moves. Oh, Cardinal was going to steal a buff. Trigger said, I'm not going to play it. They both go with a kick to the head. Neither player blocks the kick. Neither player 50% defend. But Cardinal, 25% defend, and he had the pet advantage. Cardinal, he did waste the buff steal, but he did get the round 1 win. 1-0. Cardinal, all he needs is 1 more to get to the final 4. Trigger, you got to win too. 20-second timer starts right now. Timer is up. 1, 2, 3. Post your moves. Oh, Cardinal broke out the pace this time. Trigger stole it from him. Ouch. Cardinal going with a claw to the ankle. Trigger doesn't block it, but she does defend. 25%. Over on the other side, Trigger with the bite to the neck. Not blocked, not defended. But if Cardinal had the paste, he would have won. But because Trigger stole the paste, Trigger gets the win. It's tied 1-1. That was a tough one. Not only did she get the win, but she took the paste, giving her an advantage in the tiebreaker. Oh, my goodness. All right. We are 20 seconds away. Never count either player out. Timer starts right now. Timer is up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. Who's going to the final 4? My goodness. What an intense battle. Cardinal with the juice. Trigger with the paste. Cardinal with the block. Cardinal with the win. Oh, my goodness. He got the block and he got the win. Wow. Just when he needed it the most. Cardinal pulls a rabbit out of the hat. That is what I'm talking about. Cardinal, early win, pet advantage. Trigger comes back, makes a perfect play, steals his buff, got everything, all the stars aligned, and then the Cardinal gets the all-important block to catapult himself into the Final Four. Congratulations, Cardinal. We will see Trigger next Saturday night. Well, actually, we'll see Trigger Wednesday or Thursday night for a all-important fish fights grand champion. It's going to be a lot of fun. Two have punched their ticket. Now, look, the next two matches, I mean, I'd be remiss if I didn't point out the fact that they feature two of the best to ever do it. In the first match, we got Julia. 6 championships. Then we got Villar. 6 championships. I mean, you talk about the two most decorated pet battle players. But they got tough matchups, as we know, because it is an all-ARC party. We've got Julian Shaman, ARC. Then we got Villar and Pope, ARC. And you know, all day long in ARC chat, they're like strategizing and planning and this pet. So what do they know about each other, right? You know, Villar might be given, she might say, hey, you know, my favorite pet's this, and then Pope writes it down. Or Sheila says, you know, I got these, and Julia writes it down. So it's fun. You know, it's fun when you're talking about it, but then days like today, you might have given away a secret. Well, we're about to find out. Shaman and Julia, give me 999s. All right. Shaman, pick your pet. You are the underdog. Julia, the number 2 rated player. Oh, she's playing socks. Well, Julia, that means you got to pick your pet first. Burglar. All right. So, Shaman. Oh, yeah, I was right. So, Shaman, now you got to pick your pet. Shaman says, I got burglar too. We got a double burglar battle. And what that means is, when these two match up, neither player can play a buff steal. Burglar versus burglar. Both buff steals are out of play. No pet advantage. So it's pretty even match, right? Here we go. 20-second timer starts right now. Timer is up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. Oh, Julia breaking out the paste. Shaman using no buff. Both with a claw to the ankle. Neither player blocks, neither player defends. Smart move by Julia to use the paste. Gets her the early 1-0 win. Trying to get the early advantage. Shaman, your back's against the wall. You got to win to stay in. Julia, 1 win away from advancing. 20-second timer starts right now. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. Can Shaman come back, or will Julia move to the final 4? Julia with the pet juice. Shaman with the paste. We got both play. See, that's what I'm talking about. Same attacks. Both with a punch to the belly. Neither blocking. But Julia defends 25%. Shaman does not defend. We have a tie. But that's a huge advantage to Julia because Shaman used her pet paste. Julia used her last buff. But Shaman didn't get a win from it. So that makes it a little tougher. But it is a tie. Still 1-0 Julia. Let's go to round number 3. 20-second timer starts right now. Shaman has got to find a way to win a match. All odds are against her, but you can turn it around quickly in pet battles. Timer is up. 1, 2, 3. Post your moves. Julia no buff. Shaman with the juice. Makes sense. We got Julia with a kick to the head. Shaman does not block. She defends 25%. We've got Shaman with a bite to the neck. Julia doesn't block, but she defends 50%. We got another tie, and Shaman is out of buffs as well. Ouch. All right. Neither player has a buff. I don't think Julia could ask for any better situation because now Shaman's got to find a way to win 2 games before Julia wins 1, and neither player has a buff. Twenty-second timer starts right now. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your moves. Oh, look, both players kicked it ahead. Neither player blocks. Neither player defends the head area. It's another tie. That's why I said, when you're in the faction and you play these games and you see the other player, it becomes Wait a minute. Julia did block. Sorry. Both players would have kicked it ahead. Julia blocks the kick. Julia gets the win. Shaman. My goodness. Shaman, it was a good season. But tonight, it came to an end. But the competitive nature, the pet play, all the above, Julia was just one block or one defense better in that semifinal match. And now there's just one more. One more to go. The number 1 rated player, Valar, more championships this year than anybody ever in a season. But you know what? It's not going to feel the same if she doesn't get this win. So let's move Julia up, who will face the Cardinal. Shaman with the exit. So before we go to the final match before the Final Four, take a look here. This season, pretty incredible. Out of 12 tournaments, Valar, 4 victories. 4. But standing in her way of a grand champion is the Pope. Pope and Valar, give me triple nines. Pope, pick your pet first. Larson. All right, Valar. They call her game over for a reason. Going with Splash. That means Splash has an advantage over Larson. First turn pet advantage. 20-second timer starts right now. Every year, I know I tell y'all, when pets show up on the auction house, buy them. You want to have versatility in these matches to be able to mix it up. The more pets you have, the tougher you are to beat. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your moves. Pope bringing the pet juice, trying to even up for the pet advantage. Nice. All right, we got both players with a claw to the ankle. Valar with the block. Valar with the win. Look at that. She saw the block coming. Pope. Advantage Valar, 1-0. And he did burn the pet juice. Round number 2, 20-second timer. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. Will Valar move to the Final Four? Will the Pope come back? Dow screaming, Leroy Jenkins in the background. Pope says, I'm going to steal her. Oh, they both go buff steal. Look at that. And they both go punch to the belly. And they both block the wrong area. But Valar gets a 50% defense of the belly. Congratulations, Valar. I'm telling y'all, it ain't random. They watch players. They watch your every move. And that's what makes them the best in the world. But as I've said before, Pope, up-and-coming player. You better watch him. You better watch him in Fish Strike. You better watch him in Pet Battles. You better watch him in Death Drop. And Rope Roulette coming out in 2026, you better watch out. But tonight was not the Pope's night. All right, now I got to tell y'all something. This very, very rarely happens, but it happened tonight. Our top 4 players from the season are our top 4 finalists. It almost never happens this way. We got number 1 rated player, Villar. Number 2 rated player, Julia. Number 3 rated, the Cardinal. And number 4, Deadly Dimes. None of these players have won a grand championship except for Deadly Dimes in this event. All right. Well, let's start out. Number 2 and number 3 players. I got to ask y'all watching. And I got to ask, are the nerves kicking in yet? Can you feel it? Julia and Cardinal. Give me triple nines. All right. Cardinal, you're the underdog. You got to pick your pet first. Cardinal going with Sprout. Julia going with Crevice. No pet advantage either way. All right. We got a straight up match with no pet advantage. 20-second timer starts right now. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. Cardinal went with a steal, and Julia said, nope, I'm not going to play a buff. We got Cardinal with a punch to the belly. Julia does not block the punch, but she defends the belly. Julia with a bite to the neck. Cardinal does not block the bite and does not defend the neck. Advantage, Julia. And the Cardinal uses a buff steal. 1-0. All right, Julia, 1 win away from getting to the finals. Cardinal, got your work cut out, but you know as well as anybody, you're still in it. 20-second timer starts right now. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your moves. We got Julia breaking out the pace this time around. Julia kicked it ahead. Cardinal kicked it ahead. Cardinal, she got the block. Ouch. Oh, my goodness. And just like that, it is a clean sweep. Julia with the block, and Julia with the win, eliminating one of the best up-and-coming players in the league, the Cardinal. But, Cardinal, I heard a rumor that you are one of the best death drop players in the league, and that you'll be here next Saturday night for a death drop grand championship. Is that rumor correct, Cardinal? Yeah, he will. That's right. Cardinal going to go for that grand championship next Saturday night. All right, and then there was one left. Number 1 versus number 4. Deadly Dimes and Villar, give me triple nines. And let's find out who will be playing Julia in the Grand Championship. Where is Villar? Villar? Up, she might be lagging. All right, I am going to do a, well, actually, let's do a quick time test. On the count of 3, Dimes and Villar, you will type triple nines, okay? 1, 2, 3, post. Villar, are you with us? Hello, Villar. All right, we're going to try again. All right, on the count of 3, Villar and Dimes will post triple nines. 1, 2, 3, post. All right, here we go. Dimes, pick your pet. Burglar, Villar, pick your pet. Dash, oh, ouch. Let's put Burglar. Burglar's gone. Dimes. Type dash. Both players dashing it. Here we go. Round number 1, no pet advantage, and both players do have their buff steals. You do have all buffs. 20-second timer starts right now. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. Oh, Dimes bringing the pace. Villar says, no buff for me. Dimes with a kick to the head. Not blocked, not defended. Other side, bite to the neck. 50% defended, advantage. Dimes burning her pace, but up 1-0. But 1 win away from advancing. Can the champ come back? We've seen Villar here before, and she's done well. 20-second timer starts right now. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your moves. All right, we got both players with a buff steal. Back-to-back buff steals. Can't steal a buff if it ain't there. We got Dimes with a kick to the neck. Kick to the head. Valar with a block. On the other side, we got Valar with a bite to the neck. Not blocked, not defended. Defend 25%. Valar with a block. Valar with the win with the buff steal. All right, both players. It is 1-1. We are down to one match. All right, we're going to get one more speed check. On the count of 3, Valar and Dimes, you're going to post 999s, okay? 1, 2, 3, post. All right, Valar, I need you to refresh, okay? Refresh or relog, and we'll do another speed check. You get one opportunity to refresh. Let us know when you're back. But if she's not back, then I guess she wouldn't have heard me say, let us know when you're back. All right. On the count of 3, you're going to post 999s. 1, 2, 3, post. All right, here we go. 20 seconds is what it's all about. Timer starts now. Any fat fingers, any unused buffs, any mistakes could cost somebody a chance at the championship. This is where the nerves are real. Don't second guess yourself. You go with your best move, you go with the instinct. Sometimes second guessing yourself can lose a match. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move and let's see who's going to the championship. We got Valar with the paste, Dimes with the juice, both with a kick to the head, both defending the same area. Valar defends the head area. Valar with the win. Paste and the defense takes her to the finals. Congratulations, Valar. Dimes went with the juice. And just like that, down 1-0, you're never out of it. We've seen Valar make that play many times. You think her back's against the wall, somebody gets out of the gates really fast, and then she pulls the magic back-to-back. Deadly Dimes. Nice run, but there will not be a defending grand champion. Dimes had a chance to do what no one else has ever done. Win back-to-back grand championships. But we will see Dimes playing Wednesday night, playing Thursday night, playing Friday night, playing Saturday night. But we've got the final 2. And how poetic. Because look, each of these players have won 6 championships. Neither of these players have ever won a grand championship in this event. Valar's number 1 and Julia's number 2. Valar and Julia, give me 999s. All right, here we go. Julia, you're the lower rated player. You got to pick your pet first. Julia is breaking out the Coco pet. It's a neutral pet. Can only be played one time per event. And her first juice counts double. Were you the dash player or no? You cannot because you played the dash. Yes, you played it, which forced Tammy to play it. Tammy could have played it, but you cannot because you initiated it. So that is a no. So Villar going to play Portia. All right. I am not going to take a chance on loading Coco into the game because it might delay our stream. So we're going to use Burglar as the Coco marker. There is no pet advantage either way. So neither player with a pet advantage. However, the first time Julia plays Pet Juice, it will count double. Don't think we've ever seen Coco played in a live event. All right. 20-second timer starts right now. Timer is up. 1, 2, 3. Push your move. We got both players going claw to the ankle. Neither player blocking. Julia with a 25% defense. She did use her pet paste to get there. Very similar to last match. So Julia burns the paste. Just like Dimes did, Julia up 1-0. Like I said, Villar has been here before. She doesn't panic when she's down 1-0. But Julia is one win, perhaps one block away from winning the whole dang thing. Round number 2, 20-second timer. Can Julia finish the job or will Villar get right back into it? Look, that timer's counting down. The sweat is real. The nerves are real. We are down to the wire. One person is going to be on cloud 9. One person is going to be second guessing themselves. Of course they're going to be happy for the other person, but they still want to win it. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move and good luck, both players. Julia with the pet. Oh, it would have counted double, but Villar stole it. Buff steal. Julia with a punch to the belly. It is not blocked, but Villar defends 50%. Villar with a kick to the head. Not blocked, not defended. Villar ties it up with the buff steal. She did the same thing last round and flipped the script on Dimes. Did Julia not learn from the last battle? Oh my goodness. That's why she's rated number 1. All right. But here we go. Here we go. It comes down to one match. Are you not entertained? 20 seconds for a championship. Villar and Julia 1-1. Let's start the timer and see who's going to win this thing. Timer is real. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move and good luck, both players. We got Villar playing the pace, Julia with the steal. So no buff for Villar. Villar punch to the belly. Julia, 50% defense. Julia bite to the neck. Villar, 25% defense. Julia wins the championship with a slightly better defense. Oh my goodness. She blocked. She didn't block, but she defended 50% of the belly. Villar defended 25%. Yeah, I guess she did learn because she buff-stealed Villar. Look at that. Congratulations, Julia. It came down to a slightly better defense. She knew she had the buff steal in her back pocket. She knew she could count on herself to get that done. And just like that, we got a brand new grand champion. Brand new grand champion, the Assassin. And look, everybody played great. We don't celebrate second place or third place or fourth place in the grand champion. You are either the grand champion or you are not. And today was Julia's day. Congratulations. You earned an epic title right there. Julia will get 500,000 dead dimes, a Gavel's Globe, and a pick of one of those pets over on the left. And the most important part of it all is right here, because this is something that we got to see for the whole year, right? It was Cat, it was Dimes, and now it is the Assassin. Great job, everybody. Awesome event. Tomorrow night, we got Baby Power Dragon expiring. Wednesday night, we got Jet traveling to Team Sly. Faction Wars. I love the Frozen Jungle. Thursday night, it is Fish League, but it's going to be a little different this week because we're playing for a grand championship in Fish League. So we're pausing our league for a couple of weeks and getting a grand champion. Friday night, we got Sinister Shadows, and Saturday night, we got Death Drop Grand Champion. I will see you all Wednesday night for Faction War. Have a great night, everybody. And again, congratulations to our champion. And thank you to all of you guys for a great pet battle season. We'll see you in 2026. Peace.